Government is also fighting off claims by the minority in parliament that it is giving Ghanaians false hope that the coronavirus situation in the country is under control. Deputy Information Minister again says government's approach has so far been effective and successful. Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu yesterday said government is engaged in a public relations gimmick to create a false sense of security, which is not the reality on the ground. Here is Mr. Hadzide again. He says that view or that opinion is misinformed.
The misinformation, deliberate distortions, and warped analysis put out by the NDC flag bearer had been bemoaned and roundly condemned by many well-meaning Ghanaians. Just days ago, the presidential candidate of the NDC, Mr. John Mahama, in one of his COVID-19 political broadcasts on Facebook, embarrassed himself by ignorantly questioning why the government had accessed an IMF facility, claiming that no other African country had done so, an outright fabrication from a man who had occupied the high office of president a few years ago. 20 other African countries, including all the ones Mahama specifically listed, have assessed the IMF facility of $18 billion for African countries to help cushion them through the crisis. Indeed, the facility is interest-free and without the suffocating conditionalities that the IMF imposed on Ghana when forced by a toxic mixture of incompetence and insensitivity. Mr. Mahama and the NDC went to the IMF for a bailout and policy credibility. It is clear that the NDC minority was only called in to do damage control. Whilst it may ordinarily be a good thing for the NDC minority to have found their bearing and a voice several weeks after Ghana started confronting and containing the COVID-19 pandemic, it is pathetic that even upon hindsight, the minority is still unable to offer any pragmatic alternatives, but merely rehash those same lame queries that Mr. Mahama has asked during his political broadcasts on Facebook. Several weeks into COVID-19, and after several media engagements, both at the presidential and other levels, it is disappointing that such deep levels of unawareness is being exhibited by the minority. It is disappointing, for instance, that the minority is unaware that across the various metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies, public education is ongoing. It is shocking and even embarrassing that the NDC is still lashing onto the very bogus proposal that the government should have repatriated Ghanaian students from Wuhan. The students themselves have spoken to several media outlets and shown gratitude for the much wiser decision of the Akufo-Addo government. This week, schools, in fact, have reopened in Wuhan. And for the records, not a single Ghanaian student in China was infected by COVID-19. And yet, instead of conceding that the government exercised far superior judgment, as we always have, they keep repeating this bankrupt and expired proposal. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, may I also report through you to the good people of Ghana that under the able leadership of President Akufo-Addo, monthly stipends for Ghanaian students studying on government scholarships abroad have been paid upfront and in advance. Yes, the second quarter, i.e., April, May, and June,
Pius Enam Hadzide is Deputy Information Minister. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Are we making the right decision? Once again, are we increasing the politicization of this conversation? Talk to us on 0540109009 via WhatsApp. Send your message via WhatsApp. Please do not call this number. I want to hear from you. I'll take you through the case count so far. Once again, we're beyond 3,000 at the moment. So what do the figures say? So there you have it. The total confirmed cases, 3,091. 3,091 is our total confirmed case as it stands. Let's take a look at the regional breakdown, shall we? Greater Accra region leads, 2,579 people have it. Ashanti region has 165. Eastern region now has 95, whilst the Western North region has 56. Central region has 50 cases, Western region 32, Volta region 30. We're told that 9 have recovered. Upper East has 26. And the Oti region has 23 cases, Upper West 19, Northern 13, Northeast 2, and the latest to join the league is Bono region with 1 case. But there's good news. The good news is that all across the world, more people recover than those who die. So in Ghana, 18 people have died to coronavirus, but 303 have also recovered. What are your thoughts? What should we do? As the minority continues to call for reopening of our borders, and government said it is considering it. What do you think? Is that something we should do now? I want to hear from you.